Hello everyone, this is a lecture on full stack web development series. In this lecture we are going to discuss the list in HTML, the various kind of list in HTML, and we are also going to discuss the anchor tag in this lecture. Okay, not in this. Let's have open folder and then go to the document, create a new folder, Control Shift N, say lecture. Okay, lecture, and then select folder. And then what we are going to do, we are going to open an HTML file in this. It as index, and it's an HTML file, so index.html. Now what we are going to do is, we are going to, let's hide this, and we are going to start with our boilerplate. So in order to have boilerplate, we can use HTML and select HTML5, or what you can do is, you can simply have exclamation mark and press tab, or you can even have the boilerplate with exclamation and enter key. All the three options are there. For time being, we are deleting these meta tags from to make our code more clear. So let's change this into list and anchor tag as the heading, and inside the body tag also let me put a heading as same list. What is the topic is list, and anchor tag should be the heading of the page also. And after this, as we have already discussed, that there are few things which we have to be ready with. First thing is, whenever you are writing the code in your Visual Studio Code, you have to just check this autosave option so that you don't have to save any changes in your file every time. And second thing is, go to your extension and please check for live server extension. Okay, if you have installed it, it's fine. Otherwise, you can search here live server and can install it. What is the advantage is, once you have installed that extension, it will be helpful by whatever changes you are doing. Whenever you go to your web page, you don't have to refresh the web page. The live server will always update the changes onto your output window. And how can we activate? To activate the live server, you can right click on the file name and can check open with live server, or in the coding part you can right click and check for open with live server, and even in the bottom also you have the option of go live. Okay, I hope this is clear to everyone. Now let's start with the list. How many types of list are there? In HTML there are three types of list. Number one is unordered list. What do you mean by unordered list? A list where order is not, there is no sequence. Unsequence means whenever you are writing some bullet point, say if you are going to buy some grocery, the sequence is not important. Only the important is the items which we are listing in the list. So there what we do, we generally just bullet the name, like this item, item 1, item 2, item 3. So the sequence is not important. Item 3 can before item 2, or item 10 can be, means the sequence of the item is not important. The importance is the content. So such a list where the sequence or the order is not important is known as unordered list, and these kind of lists are having no sequence. But there is a second type of list known as ordered list. In this type of list, the sequence is very important. Say if you are writing the list of a student according to their roll number, it is very important the list should be sequenced. First it should be roll number 1 followed by roll number 2, and similarly the name of the student should be as per the roll number. Okay, and this such a list where the order or the sequence is very important and is to be specified is known as ordered list. And there is a third kind of list which is known as definition list. We will be discussing this definition list at the last. So the three different kind of lists supported by HTML is ordered, unordered, and definition list. And we have also discussed that unordered list is such a list where the order or the sequence is not important. Only the item or the collection of item is important, and we can write the list in or prefix with any kind of symbol like bullet or square or circle. Whereas the ordered list is such a list where the sequence is important. For example, if we need to write the list of a student according to their roll number, where the list should be sequenced. Similarly, if we are giving the schedule of classes on a specific day, what is the first lesson, second lesson, third lesson, there also the sequence is very important. And second example of unordered list, if you are asking a person what subjects are being taught in class 10, here only the name of the subject is important, but the sequence is not important, only the content is important. So such a list can be formed using unordered list. So now let's start with the list. How to create such list? Again, I am going to use the Emmet abbreviation, but UL tag is used to create the unordered list, and inside the unordered list or ordered list, any list, the items of the list are denoted by list item. Okay, every individual value in this list will be inside this li. So if I have to create such 5 or 10 list item, what we will do, we have to type this again and again and again and again. So for that also we have Emmet abbreviation. What is that? You have to write UL, and inside the UL we need li, and how many? Say 3, and the list will be created. Again, I am going to show you one more Emmet abbreviation. If you have to write some common content in this 3 of this list item, I can write list say, and after that if I have to write separate one, escape the Emmet abbreviation, press the escape key and start typing list 1, list 2, list 3, and likewise. So this is a Emmet abbreviation which helps us to code or write the code in an easy way. Now if I check this after creating an unordered list, let's go with go live and check the output of this. You can see this is the heading, what we have checked. This is the heading of our page, list and anchor tag, and this is the list 1, list 2, list 3. These are the list item which we have written. And you can check unordered list, we have this bullet mark. There is no sequence. The list item has been denoted by bullet marks. But can we have anything other than this bullet mark? Yes, we do have other options also along with this bullet mark. What we can do is, there is an attribute in the unordered list known as type. Using this type attribute, you can decide the various type of bullet or the symbols which are to be present or prefixed before the list item. What we have seen is bullet marks. Now we can replace that with a second option known as square. Square can also be used. Now you can check, now the previous bullet has been replaced by square symbol. If you can check, all the list items are preceded by the square symbol. Even we can replace this with circle. There is a third option which can be used in unordered list, that is known as circle. Now we can go and check. Now please note that every change is, I am not saving it manually, neither I am refreshing the page. As soon as you go to the page, the changes are being reflected on the page. This is because of autosave and live server. And this, now you can check, the bullet are now used in a circle form because they are not colored, they are blank in between, that is known as circle. So we can have these 3 different options in the unordered list. Now let's check an example of ordered list. So if I have to create an ordered list, the OL tag is used for creating an ordered list, and LI is again used to denote the list item inside the ordered list. So say if I have to create an ordered list with 3 list item, again I am going to use the Emmet abbreviation OL. Inside OL we need li, and how many li do you need? 3. So this will create 3 different items for me. In this case, now what I am going to do is, I am going to name the student and they will be displayed as per their roll number. Rohan is the first student, say Rahul is the second student, and John is the third student. Now after creating the ordered list, let's check the output. If you can check, now this is an example of ordered list where every list item is sequenced. The first item of the list is numbered as 1, second is 2, third one is 3. So this is the difference between ordered and ordered. In unordered, there is no sequencing, whereas in ordered, there is a sequencing, that is listing, that is how the values are to be displayed. It is totally upon the purpose. If we are creating a list where the sequence is not important, we can go with the unordered list. If the sequence is important, then you can go with the ordered list. I hope this is clear to everyone. So these are the 2 different kind of lists. Like as we seen in the unordered list, we do have different options to be used as the prefix of the list item, like this is circle, apart from this we use the square symbol, and apart from this we even use the bullet marks, that is the circle which are filled, that is which were colored or which were filled with black color. Do we have more option with the ordered list? Yes, we do have some more sequencing options with the ordered list. What are they? The number one option which is seen in this example, the first option is key we could have number. So the decimal is the default option. The decimal means decimal digit 1 2 3 4 5. Similarly, we do have Roman numbers. I can use Roman for denoting the list item of the ordered list, and similarly we can also use alphabets. Alphabets can also be used to denote the sequence in the ordered list. So we do have these three options, that is decimal number, Roman and alphabet. But in Roman and in alphabet we can use both small and capital case. Like in Roman also we can write the sequence in small Roman, as well as we can write them in capital Roman. Similarly, in alphabet also we do have two options. We can write A, B, C, the alphabets in small, as well as we can write the sequence in capital. So these are the following options which could be used with the ordered list in order to proceed or to denote the sequence of the list item in the list. What are they? Just recall it again: decimal, Roman and alphabet. Roman and alphabet can be used in both capital as well as small. So let's get back and try to apply those things. Again, in the ordered list also we do have a type attribute. Using the type attribute, if you just write the type attribute and just hover over it mouse, you can find the option. It is indicating that alphabet in lowercase, alphabets in uppercase, letters lowercase Roman and uppercase Roman, whereas the default one is number, that is the decimal number is the default one. If you don't specify anything, the list item would be sequenced in numbers. So instead of say numbers, if I need to apply the Roman, I can just set the type as I, means small Roman. Now if I check the output, you can find that the output now has been given in this small Roman. Now if I change this type from small Roman to capital Roman and check the output, you can see now the sequence has been denoted by capital Roman. And similarly, you can use alphabet instead of Roman, say small alphabet, and let's go and check. You can check the sequence as ABC in small alphabet. Similarly, I can replace it with capital alphabet. Now you can go and check the output. Here the sequence has been denoted by ABC capital. Now apart from this, in the ordered or sequence list, apart from the type, say let change the type to number, or you can change, make it anything, say A. And apart from this, you can even decide from which value of the given type what should be the starting value of the list. By default, the list start with the starting value of the list. If you are starting with alphabet, it will start with A. If you are starting with number, it will start with 1. But you can change that default start with a start attribute. So if I use start attribute, I can specify which value should start your list. Say in the A sequence, I want that 20, not 20, say fifth alphabet should be the starting. What is the fifth alphabet? A, B, C, D, E. So E will start the list. Let's check the result. See here what we have done. We have selected the starting value as fifth and the type as A. So what is the fifth value in this sequence? That is alphabet. It's E. So now my list is starting from E alphabet. Similarly, if I change that E into something, 5 into something else, the value will start from there. How many alphabets are there in ABC? This ABCD alphabet? There are 26. If I start with Z, what should be the sequence? Let's check the output. Now, if you please check the output, the last alphabet is Z. Once all the alphabets are completed, they start with double alphabet, double A, AB, AC, AD, and likewise. If you increase the list item, say if I increase the list item, what will happen? Say John and say Miller and say one more item, say say any name, Sandeep, could work. And now let's check the result. Say A B A C A D. If the alphabets, we starting with 26th alphabet, that is Z. After the Z is complete, it start with double alphabet A B A C A D, and likewise. So I hope this is clear. So in the ordered list, we could have both the attribute type as well as start. You can even check the other one, like instead of this, if I say 1, that is the number as my type in the ordered list. Now you can check it is starting from 26, 26, 27, 28, 29, and similarly if I am using Roman also, in the Roman also we can use the start. Say if I am using Roman, now it will start from 26, say XX, that is 20 and 6, 26, 27, 28, 29 and 30. I hope this is clear to everyone. So in ordered list we have two attribute, type and start. Type specify which type of prefix you want with the sequence list or the ordered list and from where it has to start, whereas in unordered list the starting is not important because there is no sequencing. Symbol which is should prefix the list can be decided. There are three options: circle, square and sphere. So these three options are there. Now let's talk about the third type of list which is basically used in HTML, and that is known as definition list. It is DL, definition list. And in this list we use two options. One is the term of the definition or the term which we are going to define and its definition. So the data term is to be defined or is to be specified, like say Python is my first term, and the definition of this term can be specified with DD, and then here I can say certain description about like is a programming language, nothing else. Okay, now if I copy this, I can have such more term and definition, say, and here after Python I can have say Java and can have C, and in this description I can, what I can say is it's an object oriented programming language. In C is a function based or procedural, whatever is a function based programming language is fine. So in this list, that is a definition list, we have three different terms, and for every term we have a specific definition. First term is Python, its definition is a programming language. Second term given in the list is Java, is double OP, that is object oriented programming language. Third term is C, is a function based programming language. Let's check the output. Now if you check the output, you can see the definition list is displayed something like this. The term is displayed followed by the definition, and definition is little indented, that is shifted towards right, so that you can understand or we can differentiate between the heading or the term and the definition. Similarly, Java is an object oriented programming language, C is a function based language. So these are the three different type of lists which are present in the HTML. Now let's talk about the next topic. We have to discuss the second topic in this lecture, that is the anchor tag. What is the anchor tag? Basically, anchor tag is used to define hyperlinks. What are hyperlinks? Hyperlinks are the text or images present on the web page which could help us to move from one web page to other web page, or from one web page in one website to a web page on other website, or even it can be used to move from one place on the same web page to the other page, other place or other topic in the same web page. Now let's check the example of anchor tag. Anchor tag is written as A. We can even use Emmet abbreviation, and there is an href attribute which is basically the address where the link will transfer the control. Say if we want to check the google.co.in and we want the hyperlink to take, and we have to put some text on which we are going to click to move to the Google. Now what we have given the anchor tag href attribute, and in the href attribute we have passed the address of the website, and this text which is between opening a tag and close a tag, this text, when we will click on this text, that will take us to the address. Now let's check the result. So this is the output, this is the link which we have created, and when we'll click, just click. Okay, it's not taking us to the link. Why? Because we haven't given the complete address. we have to get HTTPS, that is a secure connection, www. We have done a detailed discussion. So go and check the first lecture on full stack web development course, in which we have discussed a detail. Now let's go again and check the result. Now let's move to the hyperlink. This is the Google. When I'll click, now this is opening the Google. So hyperlink is basically used to transfer us from one web page or one website to the other website. Even the hyperlink can be used to transfer us on the same website, on the same web page also. If it's a long web page and if you need to directly jump onto a specific topic in that particular page, you can use the hyperlinks. Instead of scrolling and going down and killing your time, you can directly jump onto that specific part. Say we have certain hyperlinks, HTML, and say we have JavaScript, and what are we going to take? We are going to take the CSS. Let's create some sample content on our website. We have these three list item, and what we are going to do is we are going to create hyperlinks. That is, I will add hyperlink in this. How I'll do that? I am going to use href, and I have deleted HTML, so let me put the HTML, and please check I haven't put any address. So for time being I am just putting hash symbol just to denote this. Let me copy this, and what I am going to do is Control V, and I am going to cut this and paste it here. So for JavaScript and the Control Z, we are going to copy this again, this hyperlink. These hyperlinks will be used within the page. So what we are going to do, we are going to paste it again, just copy it and paste it here. So sorry, let me put it CSS manually. So what we have done in the unordered list, sorry, in the ordered list, I have put three links. What we have done, HTML, JavaScript and CSS, but we haven't put any address. Now what we are going to do, we are going to put these three topics in my page. Let me have some Emmet again, say 1000. I'm going to put a long text in my web page just to make it long. Just check how my web page is behaving. Now if you scroll down, I have put just a random text onto my web page to make it long. Now if you have to scroll down through a long page, and after this we will put some content. Say after this I have P, and in that we have discussed about HTML. HTML is the topic, and in the HTML topic we have discussed something about, although I am just putting some random text. And what I am going to do is I am going to put some more topics like JavaScript, okay, and I am going to put some random text under this heading also. So lorem again, lorem 200, and now we have to put one more topic, that is CSS. So we are going to put CSS also, and we are going to put some random text in this also. So say lorem 100 is fine. Now what we are going to do is, let's go and check the website. What we have done, we have put some random text just to make it long. If you can check now, after so long scrolling, we will find this HTML topic, and after this HTML, if you scroll down, we will get JavaScript. Then again, if you have to scroll down, you will go to the CSS. But what if we want to directly jump, instead of scrolling this page so long? I have made the page just to demonstrate when the hyperlinks are required within the page. So if you can check HTML, this is not going, this is simply going us to take at the start of the web page, because we haven't given anything, we have given just hash. Now what we are going to do is, when I click on this HTML, I should directly jump onto the HTML topic. When I click on this, I will directly jump to the JavaScript topic, and this will take us to the CSS topic. How will do that? In order to put these addresses here to the hyperlinks which we have made, what we'll do is, we are going to put some IDs. Now what is an ID attribute? ID attribute is used to uniquely identify any of the tag. Like we have multiple paragraph tag, but if I need to make this paragraph or give this paragraph a unique name, I will use the ID attribute. And please remember, no two tag can have the same ID. So in the first paragraph I have used HTML as the ID, in the next one I am just going to use JS JavaScript, and in the third one I am going to use the ID as CSS. Okay, now we are going to use this ID to take us directly to these paragraphs. Now what we'll do, in the address with hash symbol, please remember, whenever you are creating a hyperlink to link within the page, we use the ID of the tag. So this hyperlink will directly take us to that particular tag which is having that ID. But whenever you are giving that address to the href attribute of the anchor tag, please remember the ID should always be prefixed with hash symbol, which we have put hash. What is the ID of the first? It's HTML. The next ID is JS for JavaScript, and the third tag is having the ID as CSS. Okay, now let's go and check the page. Now if I click on this, it has directly taken us to the HTML paragraph. We don't need to scroll down so long. If you can check, we are scrolling so long. Now if I click this, it is directly taking us to the JavaScript. And similarly, let's go and check the third hyperlink, which is CSS, which is supposed to take us to the CSS topic. Yes, it is taking. But what if we need to put some hyperlink here also, so that we can directly, instead of scrolling up, we can directly go back to that particular place from where we have came to this. So what we'll do is, after every paragraph, we are going to put a hyperlink which will take us back a href, and let's put hash top. Let's put it as top, and let's put back as the text, and same hyperlink we will put after every paragraph. So we have put 3 hyperlinks which will take us back, but we need to put this somewhere on the top. Let's put ID top to this, so that those hyperlink will bring us back to this. Let me again run this. Now if I click on this HTML, and when read, and when we have to come back, we'll click on this, it will take us back. And similarly, after JavaScript also we have put the back, and after CSS also we have put this hyperlink which will bring us back. So using hyperlink can also be done within the web page, which will take us from one place to the other place in the same web page. But one more thing before concluding this lecture, that is, in the hyperlink we can put certain attribute. Like if you have seen the if you go back to this, if you check this Google hyperlink, it's opening the linked page on the same web page. What if you want to open that in some other tab or window? So for that we have a target attribute. In this target attribute you can pass something called blank parent, self in the self page, parent in the parent frame, top into a top, and blank will create a separate web page or separate tab to open the hyperlink. Let's check this. Now if I click on this, it is now going to open the link into a new page. Okay, so we can use this target attribute with the hyperlink to open that specific hyperlink into a separate tab. Apart from this, we can even put title. Title is basically an attribute which is used to give a tooltip. Means when you will put hover or put the mouse over the hyperlink text, it will give you some additional information or some hint about that. For example, I am putting visit the Google website. So when the user will hover or put the mouse cursor over my hyperlink, it will show this text as a tooltip. Now please check, visit the Google website. So this title can also be used, although this is a general attribute which is used with most of the tags. So this is all for this video. In this lecture we have done multiple things. We have done all the list which is supported by HTML. We have done unordered, ordered, and definition list, and apart from that we have also discussed the anchor tag which is used to create hyperlink, in this lecture we have done hyperlink to other website, and even we have created some hyperlink within the same web page using the ID attribute. So thank you for watching the video. Please give your valuable feedback after watching the video in the comment section. Thank you.